Hi guys, you might have been waiting for a long time for Boden OS 6T Tremolo guitar, and we've been sold out for a long time, and I thought I'd explain the reason for that, because something arrived in the mail today, and it's the production version of an updated tremolo. So we simply we've just been waiting for this to arrive so that we could put this into production as quickly as possible. So let me tell you just a little bit about this. Break open the accessories. So if you checked one of these out before, you remember that there was needle bearings sitting in housings, and then shafts that were sitting on the needle bearings, which was great in many ways, especially for durability. These things would never wear out. The tremolo was stuck in place. It wouldn't move. But there were a couple of drawbacks. The tremolo didn't really flutter, which is something that a lot of people asked for. And the other thing is that the way that tremolo was originally designed, it had a couple of different pivot points, so you could adjust the stiffness. But when we put that into serial production, I had to take that feature out because it wasn't robust enough. So I wanted to accomplish the same thing. And the other thing that I wanted to be able to do was to adjust the height of the tremolo altogether, which wasn't possible before. So this new trem actually is a knife edge tremolo, except the knife sits on the post instead of on the trem itself, as on most conventional designs. And to make this robust and durable, and just in case something ever gets worn out, this knife edge actually rests against a hardened steel insert inside the tremolo base plate. So let me take this out. So I thought, this is not rehearsed, so I'm counting on it doing what I want. Well, I guess I'm not going to show you this. So trust me when I say that there's a steel insert here. And what this does, apart from adding durability to the trem and having a replaceable part in case it ever wears out, is this actually has two different pivot points that are off center. That's going to be really hard for you to see in the cam. But I can basically rest it in one position here, and then there's a lower one. And if I flip this insert around 180 degrees, it actually has those two positions that offset half the distance. So there's actually 4 different pivot points for the knife edge to sit in. And this results in different stiffnesses of the tremolo. If you've ever been on a seesaw, you'll know that the lengths of the arms and the weight on the respective sides will determine which way this goes. So if I have this sitting in a very high point, that gives a long distance between the pivot point and the saddle where the strings sit. But if I adjust it in one of the lower ones, it's a very short lever to where the string sits, and in relation to the spring block, this will actually give you a different feel of the tremolo and different action. So in its smoothest setting, it's going to be very subtle, and in its stiffest setting, it's going to be very stiff, and the small movement of the arm will give a lot of action. So that's part one of the new tremolo. Part two is an updated arm assembly, which is way better than before. Basically, adjust the arm to the desired height and use the set screw to decide how hard you want it to sit. So there we go. Another new item. Oh no, it's going to need a different one. So by adjusting this bushing, you determine how much this is going to stay in place, and then it's completely wiggle free. That there's no rattle whatsoever in it. I'm super happy with that. So what I thought I was going to do now is actually replace my old prototype tremolo on my personal guitar that I used to mess around with things, and let's see how it works. Again, this is completely unrehearsed, so I hope it's going to work out. I'm just going to eyeball the position of these bridges right now, so I don't have to do a lot of intonation work later. Right. Seems to fit. So the Strandberg trams all have locking screws here, just in case you really want to be certain that the springs don't come out. There we go. Let's string this baby up. In case you haven't tried the D'Addario NYXL strings, I encourage you to do that. They're probably the best strings that I've ever tried. Shameless product placement. Alright. So, as That's what I usually do, by the way. Use just an Allen key to fish the string out. And I pull it not tight, but I keep it stretched and tighten. You want to make sure that these are pressed all the way in to give the maximum action. Just going to take a bunch of picks. I'm putting them just under the trem to put this in basically a level position. And what this allows me to do is, as long as the springs on the as long as the springs here are tighter than they have to be, this basically allows me to work with the guitar as if it had a fixed bridge. So I'll do all my tuning, I'll do my intonation work with the tremolo fixed in this way. Another useful tool, what's it called? Stretcher. So basically just very quickly lets you stretch the strings, just take the most out of it. Okay, so with the springs way too tight and with this stack of picks behind the trem, so that's in the level position, it's gonna drop those picks, which means now that the trem is leaning back and everything is sharp. So now I can simply release the springs until I'm back in pitch. So this is now super soft. It pulls up for a bit. It still pulls down to like completely slack. So hopefully this should flutter. Just a little bit. May take some additional adjustment. But basically I think there you have it. A wiggle-free arm, super smooth trem that adjusts in different positions, different stiffnesses and different aggressiveness. I'm not going to show that, but at some point I'll have a demo video of each of the different positions. But for now, thanks for watching, and you can look forward to the first delivery of Boden OS 6 guitars with this tremolo. Will be launched at NAMM, so in January, so they're only weeks away now. And a lot of you might know already that we have a 7-string version of this coming out as well in the same time frame. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Take care.